Hey everyone, this is the Carnivore Curmudgeon, and as a reminder, I am an actual carnivore, but I am not an actual curmudgeon mostly. Going to take a look at an easy recipe that's really delicious today, some salmon patties made carnivore style. And you only need a few ingredients for this easy recipe. A can of salmon, an egg, a little bit of cottage cheese, and you're going to need some crushed pork rinds, whether you crush them yourself or you buy them pre-crushed as pork panko. In my case, I had a couple of bags of these Food Lion pork rinds, which are just pork rinds and salt. And I go ahead and process these myself. I get a few little hard hunks in there that are inedible, but I just pick through those and then put all of my crushed up pork rinds in a Ziploc bag and use them as I need them. They're versatile and they really help with a lot of different carnivore recipes that are similar to other things we're used to eating. And now that these are all crushed up, we're ready to put together our salmon patties. First thing we're going to do is get a fork and take that salmon out of the can. Drain it the best you can before you do this, but you're probably going to have a little bit of water left in here, and that won't hurt anything. Give it a good stir, really flake it up good before we add any of the other ingredients. And once you've got it all flaked up and broken down, it's time to add some other things, like a 1/4 cup of that crushed pork rinds, pork panko. Give that a good stir in too before we go on to the next step. Get it incorporated really well. And then it's time to add our egg and rinse and repeat. Get it turned into that mixture really well before we go on to the last ingredient, which is our 1/4 cup of cottage cheese. And you know the drill. Once you're satisfied and you've got everything stirred up the way you like it, it is time to play with our food. So take a plate and take your mixture and divide it into 4 equal parts the best you can. Grab 1/4 of that mixture and make a real tight ball, like a baseball. And just keep folding it in until you can't see any cracks in the ball. Set it down, press it out with your hand, and then tidy up the edges. This is going to make 4 nice sized salmon patties. Let's look at one more. Once we've got all 4 of our patties ready, it is time to fry them on the stove top. Now, I used beef tallow. Put a big hunk in, can't tell you how much. And once it's all the way melted, it's time to put in these patties. You can do all 4 of them at one time if your pan is big enough. Otherwise, you may have to separate it into 2 batches. Put these patties in the fat and cook them on the first side. Remember, these cans of salmon are already cooked. So all we're doing is warming it through and letting that egg bind. After they've cooked on one side for 3 or 4 minutes, give them a flip for the second side. They should be brown to golden brown. Once you've got these patties to the brownness of your liking, it's time to plate them up and enjoy. I especially like mine with some finely grated Parmesan and Gouda cheese on top of them. And of course, a couple of fried eggs with some nice runny yolks complements them perfectly. I hope you give this a try and let me know how it goes. Thanks for watching.